Hello, I'm here to talk about the differences between India and the United States. There are a lot of differences between India and the United States. After moving to the US, all these changes had a great impact on me. Let me briefly introduce the way I used to lead my life back home in India. Imagine how cool would it be if you could drink all you want before 21 without an ID, drive a car without a license, and yet not be punished for doing all this. Well, I've led my entire life this way. I know, as a college student, most of us want a life like this. As I've said earlier, there are a lot of differences between India and the United States. In particular, I would like to discuss two particular differences. Firstly, let me discuss the economic differences. $1 is equivalent to 50 Indian rupees. Let me share an example regarding this point. When I first landed in US, my brother told me to tip the bus driver who had driven me from Chicago Airport to Purdue University $5. I was shocked as it was equivalent to 250 Indian rupees and I could have been driven the same distance back home in India with just the tip. Moreover, a meal over here costs $10 to $15, which is equivalent to that of a middle class entire weekly meal. Secondly, there are a lot of comforts in India due to which I became lazy. For example, I laundered my clothes for the first time after I reached Purdue University, as domestic help back home would do it for me. Moreover, if I'm not in the mood to drive my car, I could be chauffeur driven to any place I want with the help of my dad's chauffeur, who would cost only $200 to $250 a month. And there are many other things which I did not like in US too. Most important being the climate. The climate over here is really cold when compared to that of my own country, which lies in between 60 to 90 Fahrenheit. And I felt really cold, and it took me a lot of time to adjust to this system. But on the whole, I've learned a lot about my life. I have become a better manager of my finances, and most importantly, I'm able to lead a more responsible life. In closing, I have told you about the impact of these changes on my life after moving to the US. I would like to quote the quotation of my favorite author over here. Author Anthony J.D. Angelo once said, "Become a student of change. It is the only thing which will remain constant. So always be open to change in a positive way."